What I try to do with these videos, my main goal is to show you how to use a weapon, where it is good, why it is good, and how to get the most out of it. Because I genuinely believe that every weapon has a place, and this one does. I'm going to show you exactly where. I've seen a lot of things said about the Interdictor, but I don't think enough people have really stopped and talked about why you would use this one. I think it's a great sniper rifle. I do. I also think that most players aren't using some of these snipers to their fullest potential. We're looking at obvious stats, comparing damage, velocity, fire rate, ADS bolt, sometimes just generic sniper observations, whatever, and deciding which one is best. But here's the deal, and something I encourage you to do as well for all weapons, not just this one, stop comparing them generically. Instead, for me, the better question is, what does this weapon let me do? Every sniper has situations where it feels comfortable, and situations where you're fighting against the weapon a little bit. The Interdictor has a very specific comfort zone, but within that zone, it's dominant. It is. It's extremely dominant, and once I figured that out, I started playing a little bit differently with it, putting myself in positions where I could actually take advantage of what this rifle does well. Because we're not trying to turn the Interdictor into another sniper rifle. We're going to take the things that already make it different and push them as far as we possibly can. Because when you do that, it starts to make a lot more sense. So the first two things we need to talk about are the most important. Its sweet spot range and its damage. The sweet spot range is 120 to 150 meters, a 30 meter sweet spot range. M21, 75 to 100 meters, so 25 meter sweet spot. The SV98, 54 to 75, the PSR, 90 to 120. And within a sweet spot, you can land a shot to the upper chest, and you get a one-shot kill. And something extremely important about this, one of the most important parts of the video, I'm actually coming back post-edit to add this in, because I originally had the spot a little bit larger than it states, but it's even larger than I originally thought. Again, a sweet spot of a weapon, let's take the PSR, 90 to 120 meters. The moment that you step outside that sweet spot, like here, 122 meters, that's 2 meters past its sweet spot, you lose that one shot to the chest. And the moment an enemy's inside that sweet spot range, you can one shot to the chest. There is a range to damage dynamic that happens with the Interdictor. It states 120 to 150. You have that 150 base damage. But since it has such a high base damage, it cheats out sweet spot ranges. Its actual sweet spot, get ready for this, is broken down into two separate sweet spots. The full sweet spot for upper chest is actually 106 to 164 meters, a 58 meter sweet spot range. And we'll call that the main sweet spot. Huge ease of use. So you see clips where I get one shots to the body or upper chest that are less than 120 and more than 150. You will see the 100 damage, but you're going to see a body shot on the kill feed. That's the sweet spot. But within that sweet spot, there's a second sweet spot. It's the one that's stated.
Bravo has been secured.
120 to 150. In that range, it uses that full 150 damage to allow you to shoot anywhere to the body, to the chest, to the arm, to the toe. A very, very powerful weapon. This makes it have the largest one-shot upper chest sweet spot in the game, 106 to 164, with a super sweet spot that's 120 to 150. And again, only in that range you can hit them anywhere. And pretty much 15 meters before that and after that, you can hit the upper chest. I first thought it was 117 and 157. It's actually 106, 164. And in the video, I do reference 120 to 150 a lot, but just know the full sweet spot, upper chest, is 106 to 164. Not going to be worth it on smaller and even medium-sized maps. So what you need to do is a little reconnaissance. Kind of crazy, right? Start off with the recon sniper path. That's an improved auto spot distance. When you damage them, you auto spot them, and we get a headshot, you confirm them, they can't be revived. On these maps, you need to position yourself in that sweet spot. Always keep it in mind, because when you do that, it is oppressive. It really is. No other sniper does it like this one. Some examples. You've seen a lot of gameplay where I'm right here on this hill. That's because this hill is a god spot for this sniper rifle, because I know that from this hill, looking down into sea, that road, the little hill, it is perfectly lined up within that 120 to 150 meter sweet spot, meaning all I need to do is just land shots all day. And on the other side, we can look down into H, and guess what? It's 120 to 150 meters away. It's a one-shot kill anywhere to the body. And as you play with it, you do that little reconnaissance. I know that from this ridge, by B flag, looking up at the hotel, I'm in the sweet spot, 120 to 150. So if they're on that rooftop, I just need to land a shot. And on the flip side, if I'm on top of that rooftop of the hotel and enemies are on this ridge, the same thing applies. I can just one-shot them. Still talking about Suru Reef here, I know that across the water, I'm on this little hill looking into sea. From this hill, the enemy's trying to capture the sea objective. The entire sea objective is that 30-meter window. And again, it's a one-shot. I'm telling you, it could be oppressive. When you get in these positions, you can absolutely just rack them up. And you also know, eventually you're going to catch some heat. But again, you have the advantage of all that base damage landing body shots. And if they're trying to counter snipe, you're a little bit further away than they're used to. And they have to hit you in the head. Full-blown ease of use. And I found myself in a lot of these games, people have to play to me, because this is only just one position. I've mapped out other areas where I can go, where I'm looking for enemies to be in my sweet spot range, which I said could be up to 160 meters pretty much. It's wild. Another example, I know that on Merak Valley, this hill that a lot of people use, that's kind of looking at the two main buildings, or when I look inside the sea objective, this distance is 120 to 150. It's within the sweet spot, so I can one-shot them. I also know that on my direct right, there's a little ridge, a hill that people come up from sea. And guess what? That's exactly 120 to 150 away from me. So the same thing applies. And one of my favorite things, knowing that it's that lethal, just hit them. If enemies are at a position, they're defending it, or say there's an oppressive position, we'll take Merak Valley, top of the building, a lot of people like to be there. I know that from this little hut, I'm exactly 120 to 150 away, or I can just distance myself to them, and when they showed themselves, it's a one-shot anywhere. Easy. That is why you use it. I don't care about ADS bolts, nothing like that. I mean, sure, they might be able to shoot a tad faster, but that does not mean they're going to kill me any quicker. It just doesn't. The ease of use on this thing is insane, especially when you could do that to them. Like I said, it just takes a little reconnaissance on your part. So what you're going to do is you're going to get into a position, a dominant position, and you can use your laser designator. It's going to tell you the exact distance to said target. Or on the weapon itself, we'll talk about it, rangefinder. You can zero it in and see exactly where you are. And you're going to be in a position where you're going to have your main lane that you're going to want to try to defend or attack. It's going to be 120 to 150. And you look at multiple angles that is 120 to 150. So on my left, this is the little zone that's 120 to 150. On the right, this is the zone that's 120 to 150. Like that hill on Suru Reef. I know that both flags are in that sweet spot. So you just snipe normally everywhere else, but when they're in those little zones, that's where you're going to have the advantage. No other sniper does it like that. So coming back to that question that I encourage you to ask yourself as well, what does this weapon let me do? If I was using the Mini Scout, that sniper lets me play a little bit more aggressively. If I use the PSR, I know it's a range zone step down. It's 90 to 120. If I use this one, I know that I have a very large sweet spot range that I can hit them anywhere with. So that's why I'm using it, and that's what I'm trying to do with it. I'm positioning myself to do that all game. I feel that every weapon has a place, and nothing does it like this. There's no other sniper that can do this. And that's what I want to talk about today. That's what I want to show you. And I'm going to say it again. It's for these larger maps. Contaminated, Eastwood, maybe Blackwell Fields, Merak Valley, New Sobek, Operation Firestore, Railway to Golmud, Suru Reef, Wake Island. The small and mid maps, use another sniper, period. I'm never using it on a smaller mid map. There's no reason to. Other snipers do it better. So the last thing to talk about is setting it up. And the goal is to abuse what it wants to do. And honestly, I feel there's just one main setup with a couple tweaks. First, the long suppressor. That's a blessing and a curse, really. You have the suppression, but a big but. It introduces some weapon sway. It's not a problem for me, but for you it might be. If it is, use the flash hider. Extended barrel. This gets the velocity to 915, and it's fine. It's more than fine. The thing shoots rounds on a rope. More on this in a second. The 15-point rangefinder, and that has multiple uses. One, it's a quick zero in on structures, right? If you don't know the exact distance, kind of throw this up on the cliff, throw it on the building wall. It gives you a baseline distance. That way you don't have to bring out your laser designator to actually get multiple distances and really reveal yourself with the big flashlight. And two, for the longer shots. Find them, zero in on the target themselves, or zero in on the structure close to them, and it's just a slight lead above their head. I dare say it's necessary for the rangefinder to be on the sniper because it completes what you're trying to do with it. It makes everything a lot easier. The 10-point low-profile stubby, that's for ADS help. The 10-point 5-round fast mag, and then the long-range ammo. Helps drag coefficient, and it makes that velocity have some power behind it. It shoots, I feel it shoots very linear shots, like 200 meters good. Very little leading above their head. And that goes with the rangefinder, just completes it all. The 5-point mag hatch for a reload. For the scope, I use the 10 times, and I think it's perfect. Because where your sweet spot range is, it gets enemies just right in your sight. A big area to land anywhere on them. Again, to the toe. And for the add-on, there's 2 options. One is anti-glare. And again, that really completes the suppression part off the radar. Your scope glint's reduced. Or use the 3-time zoom. This is really nice when people rush on you or you rush up to an objective. You know you're going to be in more close quarters. You toggle the 10 times to a 3 times. It's like a Baker's sight. It's useful. It is. It's beneficial. But it's going to depend on if you are going to use it. If not, use the anti-glare. And the only real thing I found is the suppressor sway. If that bothers you, go with flash hider, add points elsewhere. Maybe a violet laser. But is this thing the best sniper in Battlefield 6? I don't know. But regardless, like, that's not the question. That is the wrong question to be asking. Because remember where we started. What does this weapon let me do? And I know that the Interdictor lets me absolutely dominate a part of a map that no other sniper can do. That massive, like I said, it's technically 117 to 159 sweet spot. That's the weapon. So learn it, build around it. Most importantly, position yourself around it. Make it shine. And I think that's just what a lot of people are missing. Like, we can talk about certain things and ADS bolt, ADS time, whatever, but you're not just going to spawn in and hope enemies just happen to be the right distance away. You make them the right distance away. And because it's longer, people have trouble with that distance, but not you. Find the objective that you want to control, the area you want to control. Find the ridge, rooftop, road, crossing, whatever it is that the enemies are going to be using. You're going to make them be in that sweet spot window and make that area absolutely miserable to move through. Because when they're there, you don't need the perfect shot. You don't need a headshot. You don't even need a chest shot. You just need to hit them. Because you're cooking with suppressed fire, 915 velocity, long range ammo, rangefinder. It just all helps you constantly check those distances. The entire build is working towards the same thing, making it as easy as possible to land that one shot. Now, outside of those ranges, it's still a sniper rifle, and a really good one. I think the velocity is fantastic with the long range ammo. The rounds are incredibly linear, and the reason why I'm using it and picking it, I know where to go on every map where I can create that sweet spot zone. That's something you're going to have to do. And when people walk into it, I just hit them. I don't care where I hit them. They're going down. That's what makes it special. And that's why I think it deserves a lot more respect than it's getting. Don't use the same attachments. Don't try to use it like a scout, a PSR. Don't pick it apart because another sniper bolts a little bit faster or has a better number somewhere on a stat sheet. Use the Interdictor like the Interdictor. It's one of one. Like I said, a little reconnaissance. Learn your positions, find that sweet spot. Once you do, it is absolutely impressive. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about the sniper rifle down below. What are your thoughts on it? And of course, share any tips that you have. Help each other out. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I'm CoolGuy.